So we took precautions. What does that mean? We'll find out. We're going to PS Too Many Games.
PS Too Many Games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS Too Many Games. What do I mean when I say I took precautions? Now, as you all know, this Christmas we are doing the CEX Roulette Christmas Advent Calendar. 24 straight days of roulettes. Now, with that meant that Dan and Dave all had to order CEX Roulettes from the list. And hopefully they will be either sent by CEX and delivered by Royal Mail. Why do I say this? In the last 2 years, either some of my parcels were not sent by CEX, or, as I suspect mostly, some of the parcels got lost by Royal Mail. In the last 2.5 years for this channel, I have had 6 different parcels go missing. So I took precautions. I ordered extras for my side of things, just in case one of the 18 parcels went missing. But luckily for me, all 18 parcels turned up for Dan and Dave, which means today we can open the other parcel to see what's in it. I will be brutally honest right now, I've kind of forgotten what I ordered for the roulette. I can check obviously in my own personal history, but I did order about 8 to 9 games. Now there is one parcel in the pile that is actually got at least 2 games in it. I think there's 2 games in there, so we're going to open that one in this episode. Bear me a second, obviously I'm going to port on this. And there we go. So here are my parcels for CEX Roulette Christmas Advent Calendar. Definitely got 2 in there, so there is 7 games in there. So basically what I'm saying is we've got at least 6 games for my 6 in the roulette, but there might be 7 in there, so you might get an extra one. So that's my pile. In the other room, as we speak, is the other parcel. I left it in there purely because I didn't want to get anything mixed up. So, on the other half of the commercial, we'll be going through 2 extra roulettes. Haven't got a clue what's in this parcel, but we'll find out together. Question is, will it, as you've seen from my history, my luck with roulettes, remix. My luck with roulettes isn't brilliant. I would say it's literally 50-50. There's sometimes I would get 5 out of 5 in the past, and sometimes, as you've seen, 1 out of 5. It's happened twice. So with this parcel with just 2 games, can I actually get any ones I'm going to keep? We'll find out very shortly. But before we move on, a couple of things that will be coming up in the next 2 weeks. Well, before the actual roulette begins. I have finally, at the third attempt, finished the console tier list.
And there was much rejoicing.
What does that mean? As you know, tier lists became quite popular in the last 10 to 15 years on YouTube. And I actually thought about doing a console tier list. So I did. I rated, I believe, 49 console/handheld consoles. It took about 45 to 50 minutes all in. Dave's going to edit that one, so that hopefully will be coming out sometime in the next week. Take this in mind though, because obviously I have opinions. I have tried to be as brutally honest as possible. There are some consoles that do phenomenally well. There are some consoles that are a bit meh. Please do not get biblically upset if I find your console or your favourite console to be meh. I tried to be honest as I can. So we did every generation from the first to the current generation. Saying that, the current generation I couldn't really give much of an opinion on because they're still on sale and I can't really grade it until the generation kind of ceases. So when it comes to like PS5 and the current Xbox and the Nintendo Switch 2, there was no opinion to give. But everything before that, it got opinions. And I can only give opinions on my memory and history of consoles I've used or my knowledge of the console itself. The only thing I basically looked up was sales. But we kind of knew which consoles did well, which consoles did not. So you'll find out about that next week. Anyway, before we go any further, I just want to say I want to thank everyone this year who has helped by either selling me or donating games to the channel. I would say good amount of games, over 100 plus, have been sold to me or given to the channel. I appreciate you all. You have massively helped the collection. By the way, that number's wrong. It's about 8 to 9 out now. So we're about 1919 right now. We're getting close to 2,000. Will we get there before the end of the year? No. We might get to 1950, but not 2,000. That will come sometime in the early next year. One more thing before we go next door to the actual main event of this episode. And I mentioned this a couple of times before. I will next year be looking to do a lot more gamer markets. Purely because I'm going to have a lot more chance finding games that I need. Because, I mean, CEX is helping me with these roulettes, and we are getting games that are kind of shockingly hard to find as it is. But I think at game markets, I've got better chances to find the really obscure stuff that is not in stock at CEX. And trust me, there are some cheap games that CEX do not have in stock. So that is going to be intriguing. Oh, good lord. Anyway, I will see you on the other side of this commercial break. Let's find out what these two games are.
Come out and play! I can't! I'm playing Nut! But there's Portable Nut! What? Yeah! It's a nut you can play with outside!
PSP. It's like a nut you can play with outside.
And welcome back, everyone. As you can see, this is the package. It contains two games, I firmly believe. This was the extra package I bought just in case either Royal Mail lost a parcel or CEX didn't send a parcel, which has happened a few times in the last 2 years, trust me. But they've actually done their jobs. Like, all 18 parcels ordered by Dan, Dave and Dave have arrived. So I've got to pick those up. They're here. So anyway, I might as well open this early, because there's no point in holding on to it. I legit have forgotten what's in these parcels, so I will be surprised as you are on some of them. But we'll just go for it. Hopefully you can see. Yep, you can see. Right, let us begin. Alright, obviously I'm going to make sure you don't see any kind of addresses. Well parcelled. They use tape, the selfish peoples. Right, that was simple. Better than usual. Right. Yep, two games in here, so we'll just grab them one by one. So the first game apparently is Casper Spirit Dimensions. I'm curious why they ripped the sticker off, the original sticker, but I'm not opposed to that, I suppose. This was a game where really I should have found it earlier, but it's just one of those games where I just kept either missing it or not, or just forgetting to buy it. So this is the universal version because it's got British flag, but as you can see, mainly European flags. One player game. I'm assuming some kind of not puzzler, but I'm going to assume it's like a platformer maybe. How do you control Casper? I mean, he's a ghost. I mean, I watched the Casper film when I was younger. There was a second Casper film which I had on a VHS when I was younger. I wasn't a massive fan, but it passed the time. Casper as a franchise, I'm supposed to do quite well in America, but I don't know if it was a big thing in Britain. I can't possibly speak on that. But anyway, the case seems to be in relatively very good condition. Nothing screams anything that's horribly wrong. Let's just open the case right now. Manual is included. That's a good sign. A very good sign. Let's just quickly remove the manual. Right. The manual seems to be in not perfect, but in very good condition. Obviously, in multiple different languages. No pages are sticking. Very acceptable condition indeed. Happily we'll keep that. I'm curious what this EA. I'm assuming this is the EA. Yep, this is the EA book of 2002, obviously dating this game quite strongly. FIFA 03, NBA, NHL, Tiger Woods 2003, Strokes, obviously Lord of the Rings, and obviously 007 Nightfall, The Sims, the original one, Harry Potter, Ty the Tasmanian Devil. I forgot that was EA, and obviously Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, which is a very good game, by the way. Highly recommended. EA Sports is in the game. Obviously, a lot of people despise EA. I think they, like, for many years got voted the most disliked video game company on the planet. I think that legit happened. But anyway, all signs are good. It's just a disc that might be a problem. Yeah, the disc is actually in shockingly good condition, like never play condition. I will say there's a couple of like little bits. Can you see a little bit that's just stuck to the disc on both sides? I'm going to back in a second. I've successfully moved the little bits, and the disc is actually in shockingly good condition. So that is a keep. We're keeping that, and I'm very happy for it too. The only thing I might change is I hate the black cases. I prefer the blue ones. Oh, one more thing. Let's just check it's not a recreated cover, because you can always just check. No, nothing on there. Nothing on there at all. So that's a win. That's a keep. Good stuff. Let's find out what the second one's all about. So I haven't pulled it out yet. I don't know what's in it yet. So apparently, Boxing Champions is in here. These are Boxing Champions. One of those games where I legit just never been able to find it. It's not one I've like heavily seeked for, but it's one I knew I needed, and I just couldn't find it, so I just gave up and ordered it. Obviously a boxing game. No shit, Adam. Made by Midas. Now Midas have made good games and bad games, so I'll let you make that decision. There seems to be the universal versions. There's no flag on here, obviously in English. That's always a good sign. I didn't read the back of Casper. I should have read the back of the Casper game, but I'll read the back of this one. Go 12 rounds against the toughest fighters with Boxing Champions. Now you can hook, jab, and uppercut with the very best in this great new 3D slugfest. Choose one of the 9 characters across 3 fighting weights, take on the fearsome tournament mode, or try and knock down all comers in survival mode. The fact there's only 9 boxes doesn't give me great confidence that this is a good game. Feels like this was a very cheap game that it just pushed out even. Also, it doesn't seem they've got like franchises, so this seems like I'm guessing this comes off kind of cheap. Anyway, the case itself is in reasonably good condition, so there's nothing that's flags. I tell you, like, there's like little like nibbles there in the case, but I can change cases. Let's just check the sleeve to make sure it's not. No, sleeve's pretty good. And when I opened it, I actually kind of realised that there is a manual here. Right, that is so far so good. The manual seems like untouched. I hate the fact they put a stick on that manual though. I absolutely hate it. Good lord. Sigh. The manual is obviously shockingly like it's 10 pages long, and it just tells you how to practice. It tells you very minimal, to the point where you actually question why they put a manual in the first place. Obviously they're pushing their PS2 games made by Midas. Always no confidence when the disc is black and white because they want to save on colour. Disc is in good to decent form, nothing brilliant, but I will be keeping that. So anything worse than that, I'll probably clean it. It comes up better, so I will be keeping this. My God, is that 2 for 2? Not perfect, but as good as you're going to get from CEX. Is that 2 games I will be keeping? That certainly is. I mean, I can't complain. Interesting. Let's just read the back of Casper before I forget. Spiral into platform dimensions. Yes, dimensions. Where you will fiercely battle for the fate of the spirit world. Portals will transport you to mysterious realms that are populated by ghosts of the past, present, and future. Hang on. Firstly, how can it be ghosts of the future if they're not dead? Excuse me? all possessed by the evil Kibosh. Yeah, it's Kibosh. Use your powers of flight and fright to become the quickest, smartest, and most powerful ghost in the spirit dimension. But seriously, how can you pass ghosts of the future if they're not dead yet? Ruling now. Maybe I'm misreading this. By the way, while there are perks of playing the game, or 360 degrees full flight movement, while there are perks is they can turn the ghost 360. Calm down, boys. Calm down. Magical power-up, strengthen Casper, enhances natural powers. First of all, it would be supernatural because he's a ghost. Like, come on, guys, come on. Shoot spirits, fire, and ice blast at vicious enemies. 4 eerie worlds, 16 huge levels. There are so many mistakes on here. Not like spelling mistakes, but it's like thinking it through mistakes. But I have it, so there you go. I will try that because it's, by the way, green ghost on the front. Totally not Ghostbusters Fallout. No, totally not. This they both feel like cheap cash-ins, I'll be honest. And to be honest, PS2 was the king of cheap cash-ins. That and the Wii. We all know this to be true. But anyway, those two were. There's a third game in here. Legit. Okay, we're not done yet. Game number 3. Professional as always here at the channel. Oh my god. So, when I bought extra games, I bought like 2 or 3, as imagined. So I made sure I had extras. Apparently, I picked the box with 3 of them, and I picked the most expensive one. Well, I picked an expensive one, let's put it that way. And I finally bit the bullet on this. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the magnum opus that is Bratz. Really, girls rock. I finally took the plunge. It's the only Bratz game that I need. It's also the most expensive Bratz. Memory services cost between 30 and 40 quid. The thing I nearly forgot to show this in the video. There's nothing left in here, by the way. Oh, I can actually look at the paperwork now. Bear me a second. 30 quid that cost. That cost 30 quid. The other 2 cost 5.50 combined. So, I have been reliably told by many other people that apparently the Bratz games are expensive for a few reasons. One, the franchise was still popular to this day and was popular back then. Secondly, THQ actually made these games shockingly well, to the point where they actually are they are playable and actually were, and still are apparently, reasonably good games. I have no idea why THQ put so much effort into this, but apparently they did, to the point where they're all good games, I've been told. And I've been told this by multiple different people, you have no idea. But first of all, obviously, this is actually in very good condition. We will read the back of this. Live the fabulous Bratz lifestyle. The Bratz are hotter than ever. This is so weird. Join them as they prepare themselves for an upcoming talent competition. 20 years ago was different times. Practice rocking out, perfect your dancing moves, and get ready for the Bratz performance of a lifetime. That's it. Very shallow game. Obviously this was made for young girls, I understand that. It's suitable for everyone, released in 2008. Alright, let's open it. There is a manual. Okay. Oh, well, that's a fairly pink and purple disc, by the way. The manual seems to be in fantastic condition. You know, even the manual feels like better made. Like THQ went to a lot of effort. So they probably made a lot of money on this, so they can. There's only one thing stopping me from keeping this, that's the disc quality, which is pretty much close to immaculate. Okay, so we're keeping this too. So we are 3 for 3. Tell a lie, there's a little bit of like specs on here. Bear me a second. I retract that. It's not near perfect, but I would go from excellent to good. There were some specs at the bottom there. I'll still give it a good clean later on the disc thing, but this seems to be very playable. There is one slight concern. I'll try it later. At the bottom there, the actual where my fingernail is just above it, there's actual like, you can see that little like that's not there. I feel like when a disc is starting to lose its thing, I think the game will play perfectly, but we'll have to try that later on. But I'm keeping this too. So considering I only thought there was 2 games in this parcel, and there was actually 3, and one of them was a reasonably expensive game at 30 quid, and we're keeping all 3 of them, that's a good win. That's a win. So now we've shown off the games that I bought on the side just in case Dan's parcels did not turn up. I'm happy I did buy them. I really am. 30 quid for that though. Anyway, that's pretty much it as usual. Thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Obviously, this will probably be the last games I'll show before Christmas because I can't buy any more games because I don't know what Dan, and Dave have bought. So we're basically gonna be a couple episodes in between. One will be the tier list for consoles. That has actually been done. I have actually completed that. Third time asking this done. It's going to be between 45 to 50 minutes long. And Dave's editing this one, so I hope Dave will make it look good because Dave's got opinions about consoles. And he's going to be the first one to find out my opinions. So yeah. That should be an interesting episode. But anyway, we're pretty much setting up for the Christmas Advent Calendar CEX Roulette Marathon. I have bought my tree, little mini tree, the tree that I have every year. I forgot to bring it in on this episode, but it's sitting in there. It's ready to go. So we're pretty much set for Christmas. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Have a good rest of the day, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.